Oh, that's more better. See, I cleaned all that out. It took me a while. With my razor blade and a little screwdriver, putty knife, wiped it all up with a sponge. Looks way better. Now, I could tell years ago there was a line here where the caulking was missing a little bit. And here's a tip for you. Before you start caulking, now this, I'm not sure what color this is, kind of gray, but it almost has some green in it too. And I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna put any caulking around here or not. But if I did, I'd use probably a darkish gray caulking. And here's the other thing to think about. Normally, lots of times countertops and backsplashes are white of some sort, and then you could finish up, you could paint everything and then finish off caulking, nice clean bead of white caulking here. Okay, but in this case, the walls are going to be that grayish color. It looks kind of blue there, doesn't it? But it's not. It's actually a nice gray. It's called Double Click from the Home Depot. And we quite like it. And so we're putting that in here. We're going to use a semi-gloss in here. And if we were to paint the walls that gray color, I wouldn't want to put white caulking down here, would I? Because the counter is this dark slate color. So if you think, oh, I'll just caulk the gray later, well, I wouldn't do that if I was you. Gray, for some reason, dark grays and stuff, it tends to not wipe off as easily as white after you get it on there and you wipe it off with your wet finger and all that kind of stuff. It has a tendency to get on your wall, okay? And then you'd have a finger line all the way across here trying to clean it up. And then after it got all dry, what you're gonna have to do is come back and recut in your countertop with your pre-finished paint, okay? So if you are going to, here's the tip, if you are going to want to decide to use your gray, I would do it now before you paint or before you cut in. You can do all your painting with the paint roller first, and then you can come back, caulk this, let's say, clean it off the countertop edge, the backsplash edge as best you can, okay? And then if you get some up on the wall, that's okay. As long as it's nice and smooth, you let that dry, now you can cut that in. But I wouldn't suggest doing it after the fact, okay? And this one, you see the countertop stops about, I don't know, 3/16 from the wall. It's like the wall bowed right here. So when they put this up against there, they had a gap bigger in the middle than they did at the ends. Okay, and so I'm toying with the idea, maybe not doing anything. It's already been caulked from before, okay? And maybe when I paint the wall, I'll just paint all the way down and get that bottom edge too, and that'll be the same color. If I don't like that, I can come back and caulk the gray, but I think it's gonna be okay. And then if I get any of my cut-in paint on top of this, I would just leave it until it dries and then clean it off with a little razor blade and get it nice and straight again, okay? So that's what I'm gonna do with that. I think I'm gonna forgo the caulking for now, and maybe later on, when I get some gray, dark gray, I may do this stuff another time, okay? But there you go, getting ready to paint. I'm getting ready to get my paint out. And am I ready to paint now? I've got my craft paper on the floor. I've decided not to put a piece of craft paper on top of that, or the toilet, or the tub. Okay, I know I've got to get my kills out and do all these little spots first, right? And got my light fixture down. I'm ready for my roller, got my cover off of there. If you had an air conditioning register up in the ceiling, I would unscrew that too, but the register here is underneath here in the floor. See there? Right there. Okay? But I want to keep that covered because, believe it or not, if you don't do that and you're painting, you get little droplets on the register, believe it or not. Or you can pull the register out. But if you pull the register out, then you got to be careful not to step in it and twist your ankle or something. I'd leave the register down, just cover it up. Okay? And so, almost there. Okay? You can do it. Hey, spend some time and start doing some of these jobs on your own around the house. My YouTube channel's got thousands, and I say thousands because I know I got over 2,000 videos on my channel, over 2,700 I think. And I will never show you a video I don't think you can't do, even if you're a beginner DIYer. Hey, because most of those videos I do on my own, and lots of times maybe I haven't tackled something and I want to do it because I want to show you that if I can do it, you can do it. All you have to do is go to my main YouTube channel page and go to where you see playlists, click on playlists and scroll through the many topics I have on my channel. I've got over 50 topics and I put all my videos into different topics, okay? So whatever topic you're looking for plumbing, painting, drywall, electrical, whatever it is you're looking for, if I've got it on my channel, I'll have it in those playlists as well, okay? So go to the playlist. If you're just looking for electrical, go to the playlist. I may have 250 different videos on electrical that will teach you how to do all kinds of stuff around your house, how to fix things, how to change things, how to do all kinds of stuff. Same thing with your painting, your plumbing. I'm not a plumber, but I've got how to remove a toilet, how to install a toilet, how to clear out a sink clog, how to install a P-trap, how to install garbage disposal, how to unclog a bathtub, all kinds of stuff on there on plumbing. Same thing with painting. I got all kinds of different topics. Just look on there, and if I've got it, and if it'll help you out, I will wager that I can save you a ton of money around your house.